Hello, everybody. It's another week, another XGR, the number one podcast on the Xpound. And
Video
so,
game related.
no, not even. It does.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, not even just video games. Well, we're in the other two.
I know. Anyway, joining me as always, as you heard, was Chris, aka the Mole,
Hello, darlings from England.
and somewhere in there is Anastasia Lazybean.
I'm going to
Hey,
fully part my butt cheeks so she can get out. Ugh.
fuck off.
I spoke, you said it in there somewhere, Anastasia. Like you were in me. I, w-
All right.
I was kidding, pupil.
Poor Pew Pew. That's a card now. Anyway, so as always, we're gonna start with the news and then go to the catch-up section where we talk about the games we've played, and then we're gonna end on the topic, which is the very recent Nintendo Direct was earlier today, a couple hours ago. So we're gonna discuss some of what we saw or read about that and the games that they talked about and impressions. So first, we will go with the news.
Impressions? Hi, I'm James Phoenix.
Wikipedia defines impressions as.
Nice. It would be even more funnier if once he did say that, Wikipedia defines impressions as, and then when he reads it off, he does it in like a Stephen Hawking voice or something, and doesn't realise he's doing an impression as he's reading impressions. I don't know why.
All right, so whoever wants to take it away with the news, go right ahead.
I'll go first with my mini news. This isn't really news per se. I mean, it's news in the like the relatable ones where they have like an interview with a celebrity on the news, more like that.
Right.
Dragon Age Inquisition may have been the first in the series to include multiplayer, but developers at BioWare, this came from IGN, have said initially they started out as a multiplayer-only game. Their exact quote was, "Weirdly, we actually had a project codenamed Blackfoot, which was I don't know why that's funny. Which was the first game that was that was the first game we had that was looking at the Frostbite exclusive producer Mark Duran told Game Industry Biz." So it comes from there as well. It was a Dragon Age game multiplayer only, but it was in development before Dragon Age 2 even came out. That became the core of what has become Dragon Age Inquisition. The tech lines more than any other developer, so we've actually been looking at this in the long term. BioWare recently cited complexity as the primary reason for a lack of full multiplayer co-op campaign in Dragon Age Inquisition. The developers settled on a set of bite-sized 4-player adventures instead. At its root, role-playing is a multiplayer experience. It's sitting at a table with your friends and playing with a pen and paper experience. It's been a single experience on a computer for a long time, but Baldur's Gate and multiplayer co-op through the story, that's an attempt to get that feeling back, something you can do to get a fantasy experience, but much more bite-sized, Dora says. So that was my little mini news.
All right. Stacy, did you want to go next?
I'll go for my mini news.
All right.
My mini news is, the MINJA or Minja video game charity raised or $1,500 for charity. Basically, a whole bunch of terminally ill kids will be able to play video games before they die. Yay!
As long as it's not something like Duke Nukem Forever.
Mm-hmm.
In
Well,
which
I thought
case,
it was
their
cool.
last words would just be, "Why?"
I thought it was really cool that they're gonna give kids sickly kids video games, so that they or not like necessarily all of them are terminal. They said that they have something to raise their spirits during treatment and stuff. So some of them are just doing chemo and they hope to beat it. So like this is something to do in between the times, when you're sad and you're like bald and all your hair's falling out, and and you're also like have no like natural immunities to things anymore. I feel like I had to include the last part because you could also be sad and bold and do a video game show, but like, not be ill.
That's why I said hi, Rick. But yeah, it's okay.
Second,
But
you
no, I understand it'll help them get better, and I approve of that. That does sound pretty cool.
Yeah. Yay!
This isn't really related to video games, but I'm going to say that I needed to hear that news. That boasts my belief in the human spirit, if you will.
Woo!
Because I'm not sure if you guys saw. Did you see about that guy in Florida, Rick?
No, I don't recall.
Florida. I can't remember where the exact place is in Florida, but one place in Florida has brought in a rule where you can't share food in public because of health risks. A 90-year-old man is facing 60 days in prison for daring to give a homeless man food. The second I read that, I was like, wow, humanity. Yeah, I've lost faith in you.
Well, what makes me sad is like you're not supposed to like if a restaurant has food that no one's eaten, they have to throw it out. They can't like give it because if the homeless guy eats it and gets sick, then he can sue the restaurant. That's what's wrong with America. Like, yeah, that's what made you sick. Shut up and eat the garbage food. I mean, if you have nothing,
they do that over here too. With like supermarkets throw out billions of pounds worth of food every week. Now because they've had cases of people taking food from the bin because they're starving and hungry and poor and really need food. What they've decided to do now is when they pour the food out, they then on top of it pour hazardous bleaching chemicals to make sure no one can steal it. And I'm like, but if someone didn't see you do that, they don't know that's there. That's dickish.
Yeah.
But I believe it's Rick's news.
Yes. Okay. So, small little bit. Talked a little bit about this last week. I totally missed the announcement though, because I think it was like a day before. But Senran Kagura Bon Appetit, the rhythm cooking game with the Jiggly Ninja Girls, was actually announced, and it's dated for November 11th. So next week it's coming out, and I was like, wow, it surprised me because the actual proper action game came out like 3 or 4 weeks ago, so I was surprised it was so close together. But that's pretty cool, I thought. So, and the way the game works, which is kind of odd, is it's $15, and that gets you 2 of the schools, and I forget the number of songs you get from it. But then you can also, for another 15, buy like basically DLC that has the other 2 schools and the more songs, which basically doubles it. So it's like the game is split in half, which is very strange.
Nice. That game did sound pretty cool when you mentioned it last week. I will admit, after thinking about it and playing it a little bit this week, I will say that kind of reminded me when you mentioned just then rhythm cooking game of. Did you ever see TV Superstars on PS3?
No, I haven't.
It's like a mini game collection where it's presented like a TV, like there's a fashion show and stuff. There's a cooking show where the guy is like rapping, and it's like Cooking Mama where you have to do the actions, and halfway through he suddenly goes, "Now drop a beat," and it's like fucking turns into like a quick dance game. You're like, what the fuck? If you don't do it fast enough, your food burns. but you also get bonus points if you sing the rap at the same time and the microphone picks up words.
Nice.
It's bizarrely weird. But
on to the big news.
Big news. I'm going to take this exclusively here first on XGR. Before you hear on any of the other podcasts when they rehash our news, WWE 2K15 had a recent trailer on Monday, Rick.
Uh-huh.
I say Rick because I know Stacey's not that interested in it. Basically, the paint tool's gone from PS4 and Xbox One. Instead of the paint tool where you could draw your own logo.
Uh-huh.
Instead, you draw your own logo on Paint or Photoshop or something, save it, and you can upload it to their site, and then you can take it from there and put it on T-shirts and ring pads, use it as tattoos and all sorts, which is a lot better because that paint tool is a little hard to use. So that's fucking awesome. And as well as that, you can also, which is weird, you can take a photo of your own face. And this is what they did in the game. They took a photo of their own face. They cut out, the eyes. I think it was the eye. They cut out the eyes a bit, I think. And they also cut off, like, all the stuff around it that they didn't want to include. And basically, when you make your CAW, put that photo over the top of the existing face, make it match up with the stretching of the eyes and stuff to the sliders and stuff to make it all match, and then your face over the top adds all the details of how your face is structured, so your CAW looks a lot more like you.
That's pretty cool.
It is, and it sounds better than the face scan technology in NBA, because I know they had a lot of problems with that, so I understand they didn't want to do that this year. But the only problems to this is we don't know how it's going to work online if you can use custom logos online. Because that'd be weird if, like, you're going, yeah, look at my custom logo, then you come out and your face is just really plain, and, like, all your stuff's really plain gear. But you can
logo that says "Feed me more." Son of a.
Oh God, are you going to make Pixel Richter's face and put that over the top of your existing one for a alternate attire?
That would be funny.
You need to for an alternate attire Richter, because you can do alternate attires, and that counts as a tattoo. Just put that over the top, yeah. 8-bit Rick. But no, it looked. Yeah, it looked pretty cool. I'm going to be including like my mole hole logos. We can use the actual Xpound logo. We don't know whether or not you can use copyrighted logos. They didn't say too much about that, but I know EA had something similar and they allowed it. So these ones might allow it because at the end of the day, you've created them, not the game. So they're less likely to be sued. Therefore, if that's the case, I'm going to upload like my Superman designs off my T-shirts and stuff. I don't mean just the logo. I mean, I had one where it's like all black with like weird writing and stuff, which I loved. I'd so do that and take like some of my actual T-shirts and put them on there. But that was my big news.
All right, Stacy.
All right, so my big news that came to me from Mo was Kingdom Hearts.
Yo, welcome.
Oh my God, Special Edition! The 2.5 Remix Collector's Edition.
Yay.
Oh, you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. For a second, I thought you couldn't hear me. So, yeah, 2.5 Collector's Edition, and pretty much it comes with a 30-page art book, the cutest Shadow plush toy ever. He looks so fucking adorable.
If you use that Shadow Plus toy on your shelf, it will kill any other plushies you have of celebrities.
I don't have any. All the other ones are back in my home, so that works okay. But yeah, and it has like the disc even has like a steel what is that? A steel book cover.
Yep.
For the
It also has 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5 as well. It looks so awesome.
It does look pretty cool. It's about, I know that's about £80 here, but yeah, that did look pretty cool. I love the fact they said the box that it comes in, that steel tin, has room in there for the disc of 1 and 2. And they say, and don't worry, we've got you covered. We're including the discs of 2.5 and 1.5. So you can put them in there. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. That is a cool collection. Admittedly, it's a little silly for one reason. Most people who are going to buy Kingdom Hearts will have bought 1.5 first.
Already, yeah, that's true.
So now they're just selling you the same game again. Again. They already sold you the same game again with the 1.5. Now they're selling you it a third time.
They've figured out the code. They know what to do now.
I just want that plushie a whole lot. And the steel tin.
Imagine when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, if they do a collector's edition that includes 1.5 and 2.5.
Well, actually, I guess, admittedly, price aside, the Master Chief Collection kind of did, because isn't it the remastered version of Halo 1 that comes with it that they sold last year?
I think so, but I wasn't sure if that was on Xbox One or not. But yeah, that is true. It's the Master Chief
Yeah.
Collection. But yeah.
It's like, remember that one you just bought? Here's it with slightly newer HD. Wait, what?
But it's only on the Sony store. It's not even like a GameStop like thing or like anywhere else. It's only on the Sony store.
Don't you mean the Square Enix store?
Oh yeah, Square Enix store. Sorry.
Oh man, do they still use Digital River? Because otherwise, you might get your stuff all dented if you get it.
Steel tin that looks like it's been hit with a hammer over and over again.
Good thing it's steel.
This thing's tough. I mean, an elephant could walk over it. This one looks like it did.
Nice.
Definitely. If I got that, I'd definitely be doing an unboxing of that.
Which means mix it with that and also mix it with the other thing that's coming out, or not other thing coming out. Mix that HD thing with how my postman does shit. And yeah, I don't like my chances for that game if I was to order it off there, because my postman before now, no joke, he's come to my door, he's knocked on my door, I've opened up my door, and you know when he's got a parcel, he says the words parcel and just chucks it on the fucking floor behind me, and I'm like, the fuck did you just do? I'm right in front of you. What the fuck? He just walks off.
Wow.
What a bastard.
He just walks off saying, haters gonna hate. No, he doesn't say that. Otherwise, I would have just ran after him and tackled him.
Did you actually tackle him?
No, I said if he turned around and said, haters gonna hate, just walked off, then I would have tackled him to the floor and just be like, die. But no, yeah, he's done that to me for now. He's knocked on the door. I've opened the door. I've been like face to face with him. And he's gone, hi, you got a parcel here. And he's just thrown it to the floor. The one that pissed me off the most with that, and this is not made up, people, in case anyone's wondering, he's done that multiple times. The worst one was when he said to me, you got a parcel here, I need your signature. I signed for it, handed him thing back, he goes, thanks, then chucks it anyway. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
It's like, why? Just why?
Wow.
I think he hates you.
Yeah, I've
What
complained.
you did to that dude?
I've complained about that dude so many times. Apparently, I'm not the only one who does it to. He's done it to a load of people in my area. And yeah, loads of people have complained, but he just fucking throws it. Like literally, you open the door and he just gets your parcel and just throws it like a Captain America shield done behind you. It's like, the fuck are you doing?
Wow.
Well, I would have. Good thing he doesn't fucking do that shit over here. If my mother friggin' works the post office, I would have had the postmaster on his ass. He would have been gone the next day. I would have been like, I'm sorry, but guess what? You can deliver. You're like unemployment checks. Like.
Yeah.
She would have made him famous, and then Marcus would have taken care of it.
Yeah.
Oh, but then Marcus would have had a sidekick. So then, like, everybody wins.
Yeah, but yeah, that just annoys me. It really does annoy me.
Yeah, that would piss me off.
Luckily, whenever he's done it,
for it.
luckily, whenever he's done it so far, it's just been like a game or a book or something like that, so it doesn't break.
Yeah.
But still, he doesn't know that.
There could have been fucking crystal in there.
Admittedly, I don't think I'd be able to hate him if one time he did it like it was Halloween and he's actually got the troll face mask on. That, I don't think I'd hate him. I think I'd be like, well played. Well played.
Oh, wow.
But I believe it's over to Rick for his big news.
Yes. So, 2K was talking about the first piece of Borderlands, the pre-sequel DLC, which is a new playable character. And
Can you sit still, Stace?
Sorry.
Oh, I can hear over the top of yeah, you were being drowned out by Stacey's microphone moving like fuck.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, they showed the first bit of Borderlands pre-sequel DLC that gives you another character. Unfortunately for me, it's you play as Handsome Jack's body double, which is at least interesting in theory. And his ability apparently summons holographic like clones of him to run around that can like get you up or fight stuff. And I'm like, wait, People were mad about in
That's what
number
she
2.
said. It gets you
Yeah,
up.
there you go. But they were mad about that, like the Necromancer's death trap. Like, oh, it's broken. It walks around, flies around, does stuff. But like 2 holographic images, that'll be okay. What? Anyway, but he actually sounds pretty cool. And he apparently, one thing I saw mentioned was that
Is he called Handsome Jackdaw?
Oh, but that's what I'd probably name him.
That'd be amazing if he looked exactly like Damien Sandow, but dressed like him. That'd be amazing.
That would be awesome. They should make that like an alternate attire for him or something.
And
Anyway,
2K could do it. They have the license to both.
that's true. But they have, but they said that one thing I saw mentioned that I thought was funny was that one of the things he gets buffs by picking up money because he's the body double for the CEO of the company. And I'm like, that's kind of funny. I haven't seen that. I don't think I don't remember that in the other games that there were a buff for picking up money. I mean, just about everything else, but I don't remember that, which is cool.
Nice.
And it's did they say when it's coming out? November 11th, so next week, and it'll be $9.99 unless you have the season pass. So.
Cool.
Is that? So now we will move on to the catch-up section where we talk about games that we played during the previous week. So,
Nice.
Stacy, you want to go first?
All right. I played 2 games this week, but yeah. I played Super Smash Bros. 3D on the 3DS. Boy, will this make me appreciate the Wii U version. Super Smash Bros. I believe was made for like HD, man, and seeing it on the screen like all pixely and stuff like that, it just hurts. Like,
Technically, Super Smash Bros. Was made for standard definition when it was released on the N64. If you're not playing with an N64 controller, you're not doing it right.
yeah, well, it does not look great on here.
I'm just taking the piss with all those people that want the damn GameCube controller. Where's my N64 controller, man?
Damn it, they figured out how to get up and over the gate. Oh, okay. Sorry. Anyway,
Jim is in there.
No, it's like guinea pigs. Like they literally like their belly
Jehovah's
flopping over the
Witnesses.
gate.
It's Jehovah's Witnesses. She's padlocked the gate shut and they're like climbing over.
No, it's Clementine. She's like so adventurous. She's like, well, what if I jump over the gate and if I don't land on my stomach in the middle where it hurts, I'll be fine.
And instead of brains, it's faith as they climb up the cage.
Yeah, and I blocked the part where she can't like push it closed, because it hits a screw, so she can't like push it forward. But like, yeah. Anyway, so the games I played, 3DS version of Super Smash, it's really fun, but man, it has like pisses me off like with some things. First of all, and Mole makes fun of me so much of this. There is a collecting mode, pretty much Smash Run. We collect everything. Now, like, there's a lot of shit, like, but you also can get a lot of it from fighting people. I'm still trying to find out, like, the ratio and how much you should fight people and how much you should just go around looking for shit. Because everybody, no matter how many times I did it, I did it like 6 or 7 times now, they always collect more than me. Like, I don't know how to fucking do this shit. Like, I fight a lot of people, I go around looking for shit. I think, like, what I'm going to try next time is there is, like, certain, like, because there's, like, a 5-minute period. At certain time periods, there might be, like, an event battle somewhere in the entire arena or, like, stage or whatever. And I think if you fight that particular one person or, like, event, you might get a whole lot more, and that's where you might get the extra boost. Because there's something I'm missing here. Like, and this is not, like, even by a little bit. Like, people are just crazy collecting way more than me, and it upsets me so much. This is my one favorite thing, and they're just making a mockery of it.
It's funny.
No, it's horrible. It makes me so mad.
Admit it, Rick. After all the times you've heard her talk about during these podcasts, I just like to run around get collectibles. I don't care about the main game. The fact she's found a mode in which she can't collect everything is just it's just wonderful.
No, it's horrible. It drives me crazy.
It's like the one thing you've bragged about being able to do, you can't do anymore.
It makes me very angry.
It's cool. I'm sure there's lots of collectibles in, I don't know, Moshi Monsters 3DS.
What the fuck is that? I think
Your
you just
game
made
of the
that up.
year.
Look it up.
No. But yeah, so another thing is they have the target practice thing, but I like the original target practice in the 64 one, and I think they had a similar target one in the GameCube one. I don't remember the target one for the Wii, but in this one, Angry Birds target it. You have to like shoot a bomb, like, and make it hit this like bunch of blocks and shit, and whenever your bomb blows up against the blocks, like how many targets it blows up, that's what your score is. You don't actually go and find them all and destroy them. You just have to throw a bomb at it. It's like pretty much the same thing as the home run test, but like you just do it with targets. And it's like,
And
what the fuck is this?
If it helps, that mode is different on the Wii U.
Okay, because that pissed me off. Because I'm like, this is exactly the
And
same fucking thing as
wait,
home run, except with targets.
and the way it's different is they've made the bomb bigger on the Wii U.
Oh, fuck you. Well, anyway, that's like really annoying. Uh, Also, I don't like that the main like mode to unlock things is in the category games and other. Like, cause you would think like that the main mode to unlock things would be like on the big screen. Cause you have like Smash, you have this, and you have games and other.
Uh,
That's actually the main solo mode
can you
in
not
which to unlock characters.
can you not unlock stuff in the other mode as well? Because
Maybe, but
in Smash Brothers games, usually since the first one, there's always been like 2 ways or 3 ways to unlock a load of people. Like, who
well,
remembers on the original one when people on like the N64 one, when you'd leave your console on, go to school and shit, come back and stuff? Because if you just played for 24 hours straight, it would basically unlock, who the hell was it? I think it was Mewtwo or something like that. I
I
yeah,
remember.
know my
Mewtwo was
cousin.
20 hours.
Yeah, I remember just turning it on, putting the match on Infinite, and just going to school, coming back, doing all a bunch of shit, then going back to the game later on when the time was up and going, I've unlocked it, good save.
What I
I
liked
know.
about that was that it was by player. So like if you had two controllers, it would have the time if you were doing two-player because it would add it together,
I
which was
did,
awesome.
I did not know that. If I had
Yeah,
known that, I would have plugged in all 4 of my pads.
exactly. Yeah, it would have done 5 hours.
Well, I don't know. I've unlocked like 5 characters so far, and it's all been through classic mode. Maybe there's other ones or whatever, but like I don't like that the main like two solo modes are under other. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Why is that under other? No, it should be like the main mode. You should have like your multiplayer and your single player. Those should be the two things, not like other, like the other shit. The one where you actually lock characters. Fuck, like you really wanted that anyway. Like, what the fuck? Why is that under other?
It makes sense, and I'll be honest, I may have been wrong. I don't know. You'd have to look up to see how you unlock some of the other ones, because, like I said, on some of the other ones, it'd be like you have to go through this mode as such and such, or win so many battles via this mode, or do so many things in this, or play for so many hours. So I'd assume they'd still do that. If they don't, that's a little disappointing, because that's one thing I always loved about Smash Brothers is you weren't as tied down as other fighting games on how to unlock stuff. You had more freedom, so hopefully you still got the freedom.
I hope so. That would be really cool. So the other game I was playing, which one should I take? Uh,
Babysitting party.
Yeah.
I was gonna take because I actually played the Defiance MMO because I decided to download it because it was free to play, and I'm like, oh, I'll give this a try. I know, like Mole and you played it, and somebody else played it, and they said they had fun with it, so I tried it, and that was
And you've
awful.
and you've played it.
Yeah, but like that was for a little while. You played it like more extended. Anyway, I'm not gonna take that one. I'm gonna talk about Binding of Isaac, which I just downloaded on the PS4, and it's awesome.
I would argue
Originally,
by giving your opinion to the other one, you've done too.
anyway. Anyway, originally I was like confused about the graphics, but this is from the original Flash game one, so that's fine. It's totally stylized, but the controls are super like fluid and super awesome to use. Like they're really like knock it down. Like they're really responsive, and I really really like it. It's so awesome, and it's like a whole new experience. Like the room, they're like before, like all the rooms are the same size, and what was it? Wrath of the Lamb. So in this one, the rooms, they have like different room sizes. Like some rooms are huge, where other rooms are smaller, and that's really a cool mechanic in there. So that's really awesome. Plus new items and everything, and all the collectibles. Nom 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 nom.
Smash Bros. Has collectibles.
Fuck yeah. But like, it's so good. It's just the same game again, or not the same exact one, but it's the same like franchise, and I really like it. So good. It was really fun. So yeah, those are the 2 games.
All right. So go ahead, Mole.
Cool. I've only really played one this week. I think it was. I've probably played more, but I could just go with one. I'm gonna go with Call of Duty: Advanced Warfare. That game is fucking awesome. Like I've mentioned in the past, I do enjoy playing some of the Call of Duty games in like multiplayer and stuff, but this one they've done a great job of taking I don't know what you'd call it, stagnant or something. I mean, what's all that noise I keep hearing from Stacy?
I don't know what noise you hear.
It's like a.
Maybe it's my guinea pigs.
Fair enough. That's
They
really
want to
loud.
be included.
Yeah, that's really loud.
I'll mute it. They
But
can be really loud.
But yeah, I was gonna say, basically, you know how some franchises, and I'm not gonna mention names, and we know Call of Duty had done this, but where they're just the same thing over and over again, and sometimes it can become too stagnant and you know what I mean, a little boring.
Yeah.
Which I feel Call of Duty had. They've changed this so much with the new stuff in there. Like, you can do a double rocket jump. You can dodge out the way of a rocket. You can like use laser guns and stuff. I even had a gun where I pressed left on the D-pad, and he goes mask style and just pulls out 2 fucking guns. And just goes, and just uses 2 big machine guns. It's like, what the hell? Yes, it makes me use up all my ammo in like a couple of goes, but it's totally worth it. And they've also brought in, like, because that's one of the new things, is the exosuit. The story mode's pretty damn cool. I'm not going to give too much away on that, but basically there's a company called Atlas that you begin to work for, and they do stuff like, they let you climb up walls like Spider-Man and do like zip lines and cool deaths and stuff. It's just awesome. Survival mode is awesomely fun as well. Survival mode this time, man, instead of surviving against zombies, it's more like, you know, like the Transformers escalation mode, Rick?
Yes.
It's more like that, where it's just... Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. It's like you and a friend, or you and a group of friends, surviving against hordes of actual humans with guns. And sometimes they'll bring out their attack dogs and stuff, but it's them with guns and stuff trying to shoot you and stuff, which makes it fun. Because instead of like the zombies where you would board them up, and I do like the zombie mode, this one's more like go kill, go kill, go kill. Boom, you've cleared the wave. You've got more freedom to use your guns and stuff. And there's different classes. There's tactician, there's light, and there's heavy. I've not been the other 2. I've only been heavy, because heavy has an ability where you can spawn a big pod in front of you, get inside it, and boom, you're in a max suit with Gatling guns, and like boom, max, like punches are just send people flying and stuff. That's the only class I've used. The max suit as well, so it doesn't feel OP, is timed. And you'll see like an energy bar at the top. When it gets to the bottom, it blows up and it kills you and then respawns you instantly. So, and I don't think that counts as a death for you. It just does that, so you can't keep using that for too long because it's too good, if that makes sense. But I loved survival mode. I played the crap out of that with Crispy. I loved the story mode, and multiplayer is fun because it's all your Call of Duty modes that people are used to. Plus, I'm not sure if this was on one of the other ones, but they have a new mode called Uplink mode, which is just bizarrely hilarious. There's like an American football, Rick. And what you do is you pick up the ball, you try not to get killed when you got the ball, obviously, and you shoot other people if they got the ball. But when you've got the ball, you run to where their goal is, where the enemy's goal is, like a big ball in the air, and you use the new rocket jump to jump up and put it through there to sort of like make a touchdown. And it's like, that's kind of awesome. It's like, it's Madden and Call of Duty in one. Oddly, those two things together is kind of fun. I wish there was an entire game of just this. I kind of like that, but yeah. And like I said, the exosuit stuff they've added is kind of cool. You can get abilities like you can go and just summon a big energy shield in front of you if you want. You can have another one where you can suddenly cloak yourself so you become, and I'm going to use this term loosely, invisible. I use that term loosely because they did make it so you are visible when you're cloaked, so it wasn't too OP. However, you're really hard to see compared to normal, so you can get away with that. The one I use is the ability that mutes my footsteps so I can chase after someone and they can't hear me coming, because that seems a lot more effective than the cloak for me. But it's been pretty good. My favourite gun's the laser gun, because you get a big beam, you point something at doom. They've also added a new feature, I think it's new on this one, called supply drops, which I think Rick may like if he ever got that game when he gets his PS4. Supply drops are, like lockboxes in MMOs and RPGs and stuff? Or
Yes.
what I can't remember what they were called in Borderlands, gearboxes, whatever. It's like them. You get some of them throughout the game, and when you get them, you take them back, you open them up, and it gives you like premium masks, extra different like modified versions of existing weapons and stuff, that's just kind of fun. And I'll admit it's addictive because I keep wanting to get more to get better costumes and stuff. So that's pretty fun. That's what I played this week. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on PS4.
Nice. Okay, so for mine, had something pretty special. Ooh. So, yeah. So on, thankfully, about not quite a week ago, a few days ago, finally from Cowboom got my order of my used PS4. So I was playing some of that. Played Resogun. That I think that was like one of the first PlayStation Plus games they gave out. Game is okay. It's a little bit more like Geometry Wars than I wanted. It's like a cross between Geometry Wars and Super Stardust, and I'm a lot better at Super Stardust than I am at Geometry Wars. But like, game's okay. I don't know how to save people. It's like, you lost a human, and I'm like, well, yeah, they're just kind of sitting in boxes, and so I don't know. It was okay though.
If that's what I'm thinking of, I did not like the gameplay. I was addicted as fuck to building my own ship and downloading other people's.
Yeah, I downloaded some, but the problem is I downloaded some and it's based off this ship and I didn't know, or it's like attack type and it was like one of the ships I found out later. But like I was like, well, I'm gonna use the ships it comes with so I understand, which model I would want, because I did download some because I found I found like a TIE fighter. Just
nice.
As my wife think that was cool. I was like, hey, TIE fighter. She's like, oh wow, get that. I got Soundwave in this mode, in this tape deck mode, because I'm like, yes. And I got Optimus Prime as the truck, and I'm like, I want to try these. But yeah, I haven't made one of my own yet, but did good, because I was thinking like, what would I make? And then I like searched and I'm like, oh, people made that. And I'm like, oh, that one looks good. So
your pixel face.
Oh yeah, I should do that. Yeah, people made like a PS2, and I'm like, why would you fly around as a PS2? I guess because why not? But,
yeah, it's like I downloaded one of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like, he's not a spaceship, but it's awesome.
I want someone to make like just a blue ball, and they're like him doing his spin dash.
Oh god, yeah.
You're just like, hey, wait a minute. No, game was okay. The other game I played was Marcus Shadow, because I wanted to test the disk drive to make sure it was good, and I knew he wasn't going to give me anything decent. So he lent me Watch Dogs. That I did not like.
Why don't you like it? Like,
the driving. Strangely enough, I didn't have the problem Marcus Shadow had. I wouldn't like ram on the gas, so I would peel out. Every other aspect of the driving I hated. And like it was kind of cool that like how far you push the trigger down, the faster it would go. Like that makes sense, and I feel that it's the best they've ever done that in a game that I've played, where like it actually felt like there was actual differences. But to get the correct speed, you had to hold it at like such a slight angle that it was like hard to do that while turning and other stuff. And yeah, I don't know. And like the stealth parts were fun, but like I don't know if it's just because it was the starting gun, but it couldn't kill like fucking anybody. I'd like shoot them in the head, and they were just like and then they would just like dude would run up behind me with an AK, and I'd be like, oh cool, I'm dead again. And I don't know, and the car chase missions, I did one of those, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that again. And then I found another one, I was like, nope, not doing that. So
Do you often feel like if you got detected, you rather just kill yourself and start over and do the stealth again rather than start a fight? Because that's what I did. Like I never would ever like do a straight out fight. Like I was like, oh, I fucked the stealth. You can't like just straight out fight.
Yeah, some dude would find me, and I would just kind of like, basically, if it started a gunfight, I would just stand there until I was dead in 3 seconds. I'm just like, this isn't gonna work. I'll die and restart at a checkpoint. But yeah, I played, I don't know, hour and a half of that game, and I think I'm good. I think I can give it back to Marcus Shadow. The drive worked, so mission accomplished. But yeah.
Could I possibly suggest, after this podcast, instead of Cards Against Humanity, can we see if I can game share Roshi?
Yeah, we can do that.
We normally Cards Against Humanity. I'll just try that once.
Yeah, we could try that.
Which, FYI, people, in case you're wondering, tried share play with Call of Duty. I'm face palming. I understand. Apparently, some games like Warner Brothers have blocked a load of them over here. Stupid. Disney Infinity didn't work because of peripheral, which I understand. Call of Duty, I went to share play Call of Duty to do like local multiplayer and stuff to try and give Crispy a go when he couldn't get his download to work properly at first. Yeah, it comes up with a message. Instead of saying it's blocked due to region or something, it just says, you're in a blocked scene in the game. And it's like, wait, what? Every single part of the game says you're in a blocked scene. It's not a blocked scene, it's a blocked fucking game.
Wow.
How is it a blocked scene on the part where he has to hit X to join?
Because he had to pay his respects during the funeral scene.
I'm also surprised no one took the PlayStation news.
About the rest mode thing?
I know about the... I know they fixed that with 2.1 apparently.
Yes,
but
I haven't tested it, but...
I'd never do that. But apparently they're giving us a preview for PlayStation Plus games in November and December and January.
Yes, I was actually that was the thing that I had forgotten. You're right.
Then would you like to go?
No, it's fine. You started talking. I'm
It's
not going to James Phoenix it.
No, it's cool. I just thought someone would mention it. All I'll mention is in December, I believe it is, we're getting Injustice, which is a shit game, but it's perfect because December on the mole hole is December. I swear Sony listened. They were like, oh, he's doing a December month, we must give him this.
Yeah. Well, what I was most excited about was, I believe it was January when they give out Infamous Second Son First Light.
Yep.
Like standalone, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Because I like it because you don't need the game for that one. It's like Festival of Blood.
Yeah. Although my thought with that was that makes sense to do that, but give us, as much as I don't want the game, give people Third Son first.
Yeah.
Because that one's been out a while. Come on, these older games, like I understand very I mean, technically that means Injustice is the first proper disc-based game, and obviously, even if January was a disc-based game, it doesn't matter if December's is. But Injustice is the first disc-based game we got. What the fuck? Where's Knack, people?
Yeah, I kind of thought Knack would be first. Well, I'm wondering. I could see that maybe they will give Infamous Second Son as like January. I think that'd be kind of funny if they gave like the game and the like standalone DLC in the same month. But I'm because a lot of times when they give the game out, it's because they're hoping you'll buy the DLC for it. So I'm wondering if for Infamous they're not doing it backwards. Like, well, let's give them the DLC and then maybe they'll buy the game.
I wonder if they did that because apparently more people were interested in the DLC than they were in playing Not Cole.
Could be.
Which is funny because this one technically is Not Cole, but they're like, we already had a Not Cole, we can let this one go more. She's more likable or something.
Yeah. What I find funny is like you get her power in the game, so it'd be like literally just a slice of the game. It's like, you know that guy you played as? This is like the maybe kind of better, but not as not better version of him. It's like the one power will be better, but you don't get the other ones, and people are like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also surprised there was no Drive Club.
I'm not, man, dude. So many people.
Yeah,
People that paid for it are like, they're still having problems, and I'm like, yeah, I can see why we haven't gotten it yet, but wow.
Yeah, there is a lot of problems with it, but ironically, as someone that does own it, they fixed a lot of the problems. I mean, there's still some connection issues, but it's like as many connection issues as, say, WWE in the last couple of years where you couldn't get on community creations. It didn't hurt the game. So I'm like, just give it to them. Because people are waiting for that game, goddammit.
Yeah. Well, one person was joking that by the time we as in, because I didn't buy it, I was just gonna get it on Plus. But one guy was joking that by the time they give it out for Plus, it'll just be the full game because they'll have waited for so long. I'll be like, fine, whatever, just take the full game, and and you can just picture them. They're like shit, like holding their head in their hands, just shaking, like, like if anyone's a parent, you'll know that when you keep getting questions from your kid, and eventually you send them off, and you have that moment of like, I don't even care anymore. Fine, stick that in the electric socket. I'm tired. I'm done.
Hell, if we got any listeners listening right now who want to leave comments and thoughts and stuff, I have a question for you. What will come first? Half-Life 3, Drive Club PlayStation Plus, or the WWE Network to the UK?
You know, it's been out for a while. I'm still sad that Duke Nukem Forever can't be on a list like that.
No,
I miss when that was like the quintessential, like, the thing that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's gone from the lists like that to being on the same list as Colonel Marines.
They're so proud.
On the list of it should never have been released. But I believe it's our topic.
Yes, it is. So we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Direct. I did not see the actual video. I was just looking at my Nintendo email that basically tells me the highlights and slight bit of info. So
Hopefully there's no more noise because I put them back in their cage because they kept freaking trying every single thing they could think of to escape it.
Sweatshop workers are like that.
Fuck off.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your guinea pigs are?
Yeah.
No.
They didn't appreciate the new Walking Dead talked about eating guinea pigs. It's like they knew I had them.
They also talk about eating people, and you claim to be one.
Oh, fuck off.
She has people too.
She has people.
Yeah, they were in the first cage.
I actually am getting a second cage, so.
Just for Jim.
Yeah.
Instead of the little water thing hanging down, it's like a screen with Wikipedia on it.
Yes.
Oh, poor Jim. I would say that we're mean when he's not here, but we're mean to him when he's there, so there's no real difference. Anyway, probably the biggest thing they talked about, maybe Stacy probably saw more about this, but the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D.
Woo! Yay! About fucking time!
Not sure if sarcastic or not.
I imagine a lot of people are
Totally,
excited, but I
yeah.
always remember that was like the game that people didn't like for a while. They're like, "Oh, Majora's Mask," and it's just kind of funny that like after Ocarina of Time 3D, people are like, "Where's Majora's Mask?" And I was like, "I thought everyone hated that game," and all of a sudden people are like, "Yeah, that game," and I'm like, "I thought you hated it like 10 years ago, but now
See,
it's in 3D. It's better."
I'll admit I liked Majora's Mask a little bit. I didn't like as much as Ocarina of Time, but I didn't
Right.
understand all the hate for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Skyward Sword.
Yeah. Well, I have no, I haven't played it, so I don't know if it's bad. But I just know that for a long time, it was like it seemed like people hated it. Maybe it was just like the internet, so it wasn't real. Just there were like some vocal people, and it just gave me that impression. But it always seemed like so many people disliked it.
I liked it. I mean, I don't know
Now
what
that,
that
To be
your deal is.
to be fair, that does tend to be what happens with a load of things nowadays. Is
yeah,
they're really, really bad, and people know they're really bad. And then years later, suddenly people want them again because they're like, it's bad, but I kind of feel nostalgic for it. Like
yeah.
Super Mario Brothers getting a Blu-ray release. What the fuck?
Is that real?
I believe Super Mario Brothers, yeah, at least over here I know, Super Mario Brothers the movie is getting a Blu-ray release.
That seems like that's an act of terrorism or something. Like, can't you be arrested for that?
And it amused me because it said overwhelming demand, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with people?
Who is demanding this?
You just write a thing and just be like, burden of proof. You must prove that there is overwhelming demand.
Yeah.
I dispute your claim.
You said act of terrorism. I just imagined it like Osama bin Laden or someone, trying to film this movie.
But the
You're
collector's
so bored
edition,
in a cave that they film the movie.
yeah, the collector's edition of Majora's Mask did look awesome, Rick. Hello?
Hello?
Wasn't sure if you guys heard me.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
sorry.
did look awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was just all silent, and I said, yeah, the collector's edition of Majora's Mask did look awesome, though, with the steel case and the pin and stuff. No?
I think it looked cool.
Okay then.
Yeah, sorry. I had a child, so.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, not you guys.
I thought considering Stacy was like,
Say that, but
yeah, I thought considering Stacy was like, whoa, awesome. I thought she would have had something to say about the collector's edition, but apparently not.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I will say from the Nintendo Direct, people who have a 3DS right now, after you've listened to our podcast, go on the 3DS store and download the demo for Sonic Boom.
oh, is there one now?
Yeah, at least on the European one. I don't know if that's actually on the US one. They had a Sonic Boom demo gameplay, and said the demo is out straight after this after this Nintendo Direct. And they didn't say straight after this podcast. That would have been really freaky. I was thinking like, wait, what? Straight after XGR, they're going to talk about Nintendo Direct. Trust me. But they also mentioned the Wii U version, which I don't know how to feel about this, is the 21st of November in Europe.
Sorry it got delayed.
It's not delayed.
Wait, what?
I didn't say it got delayed. I said it's now the 21st of November.
Oh, is that moved up?
For the Wii U one, I don't know. They just officially gave the release date. We hadn't really had one. But
Oh, I thought it
the
was
reason,
sooner for you.
but the
Yeah,
reason
they
I
were waiting
said,
almost the last minute there. Then.
but the reason I was like, wow, with the release date, with the 21st, comes out the exact same day as WWE 2K15, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Rabbids interactive TV show. Admittedly, one of those things isn't quite like the other, but I want to get all of them.
One of those things?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I figured WWE will be bought by WWE fans. Dragon Age will be bought by BioWare fans. Sonic will be bought by Sonic fans. Rabbids, that's more of the on the outside.
Gotcha.
And it's also not a game; it's more interactive TV shows.
Right.
Although there's a season pass for a TV show.
I saw that.
Yeah, where it gives you exclusive episodes, and I'm like, why do I want this? But yes, more episodes, yay! But I'm still gonna get that, and if it lets me, I'm gonna totally live stream me interacting with the Rabbids TV episodes. That's when Rick will be watching, and be like, yes, now I've lost all faith in Mole.
We're done here.
We're done. But
not available to share.
Yeah. But how about you, Rick? What did you like from Nintendo Direct?
One thing, of course, would be the Xenoblade Chronicles X, where they showed some of the gameplay where you're like running around. What did they say it was? Los Angeles or yeah, Los Angeles. I was like, what? It looks a little Grand Theft Auto-y, but it was pretty cool.
That looked
want to play the game.
That looked awesome on the new trailer, because beforehand we'd only seen them like going through the grass and stuff, hadn't we, and like the futuristic stuff, and I'm like, that's cool. Then yeah, they mentioned Los Angeles, and no joke, in the trailer there's a scene of him Ferris Buellering it by jumping over a wall in a swimming pool and shit, like he's running home, and I'm like, the fuck is going on here? Although I do have one slight thing with that game, which isn't a negative.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish they'd Bayonetta it. Come on, include the first game. You know you want to.
I would love that, but isn't that why how they're going to sell the new 3DS? Is with that?
True. They might do it like that, but they could always say
if they had if they had a Wii U version of it, I would buy it. Even though I own the Wii version, I'm much more likely to play the Wii U version.
Hey, how about some like CNA, some cock and ass or something, Like instead of, like if you're gonna show a bunch of naked women, show some naked men too.
What?
For Bayonetta.
Oh.
Like other games where I'm just saying with other games that show like a bunch of ass, we'll make you like some kind of male dude who just goes around stripping and attacking people.
Isn't that Cho and Iki? Anyway.
I don't know what that is.
Isn't that Devil May Cry?
Yeah.
No, seriously, women have Devil May Cry with how, look at his white hair and his muscles, and he'll take off his top sometimes. You have that. We let people have Bayonetta.
Oh my god, no. I mean, you can have Bayonetta, but just like have a male version.
I'll just say that Cho and Iki is probably Simon's favorite game if you ever played it.
I'll have to look that up now.
Oh, I'd say, well, if you go
very careful when you do.
Yeah.
Sorry. What am I gonna find?
Oh, I'd say if you go in that route, then Kratos is walking around in just sandals and a thong. Where's the female version of that?
Is he? I never played God of War, so I wouldn't know about that.
He has.
I never played God of War.
He has like a speedo, like sandals, and it technically has like armor, I think. But for the most part, I think he's mostly naked.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to play the game now.
To be fair, like I think most people in God of War are mostly naked. That game evens itself out.
It does with the sex scenes.
Again, I'm gonna have to check this series out.
Yeah, but Xenoblade Chronicles X did look awesome, Rick. And yeah, I love this stuff where they jumping over the top. One thing I took from the Nintendo Direct, which I was like, yay with, Amiibos.
Yay.
Woo!
You use Link in Hyrule Warriors, you get a spinner weapon from Twilight Princess. You get like the spinner weapon and get to go around spinning. But I don't know.
Is it for Link? Or...
Yeah, that's for Link. If you put the Link figure on, he comes down on this like spin top thing, goes vroom through everyone. I'm like, that's kind of cool. It looks cool. If you use it on Mario Kart, you get costumes for your Mii. Which means, based on the fact I bought a Luigi figure and had a free replica Luigi hat given to me by Nintendo, it means I can use my Luigi amiibo and get my Luigi hat for my Mii. Woo! But I kind of liked the spin thing from the Hyrule one. It looked kind of cool. They also mentioned Mario, Kirby, and stuff can be used in Hyrule Warriors, and they translate into like extra power-ups and rupees and stuff.
Yeah, at least it says here, grant randomly selected materials, weapons, or rupees in the game. And I
Yeah.
assume it's once per amiibo, not like...
What, just
like,
keep taking them off,
yeah,
putting it on?
Yeah, put Mario. I need money. Bring, bring. You just keep putting and taking up Mario. It prints money.
Yeah. And if our game has had achievements, that'd be like the Nintendo approach, milking Mario for all his money.
That needs to be a thing.
That would be amazing.
Can I talk about a 3DS game I found really interesting?
Sure.
Project Steam.
What is that?
I'd heard the name and I'd just been like, oh, okay, whatever. I don't know, because normally when a game's called Project something, I don't really pay too much attention to it. Because I'm like, okay, I don't know what you're actually going to be called, but it's just called Project
Steam. Like
Steam.
A fake name.
Yeah, Project Steam, and they showed it off. Basically, Abraham Lincoln recruits people to the Agents of Steam, and it has like this comic book look, and it's like turn-based strategy mixed with real-time fighting. And the way it's done and the way it's presented in the trailer on the 3DS, I don't have a 3DS, but if I did, that would totally be a game I'd pick up. That looks so awesome. Project Steam.
Yeah, another one they showed on the 3DS that, I mean, it's been out before, but the Ultimate NES Remix.
Nice.
Which is basically NES Remix 1 and 2. Which they brought out, each of them is available separately on the Wii U. There's also finally coming out with a physical disc that has both of them, and I guess there's a 3DS version of it, which also allows, what does it say here? I'm gonna gym it. Yeah, I don't care about leaderboards. Something like you play. Oh yeah, you get the Japanese version, so it has some challenges from the Japanese one. I don't know why they're different. I feel like there's probably some kind of like slight in there, like, oh, the Americans can't do this one, so they give another one. But I'd call BS on that. But anyway,
the challenge will be deliberately die on the first Goomba and not commit seppuku.
Woo!
Sorry, am I that offensive? I'm sorry. But another one they showed, although I will say, first of all, with the NES remix, they kind of annoyed me with the physical disc version.
Yeah.
Because they've removed games.
Oh, did they?
Apparently it doesn't have all the games, it's just the best of both of them together. And then some other little games they decided not to include, and I'm like, why? It can't be disc room, because...
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That sucks. I wanted to pick that up. I didn't realize that it...
I still plan to pick it up, just because it looks fun. But I was like, oh, come on, you've removed some of the smaller games. But all like the Mario and the Links and stuff will still be in there.
Yeah.
But
All the Marios and all the Links.
Yes, because they had like a few different Mario levels and a few different Legend of Zelda levels and stuff.
And it just sounds funny, though.
But the other game, which I think Rick is the one who's the fan of this series, it might have been Pew, but I'm leaning more towards Rick. Persona Q, or I hope I said that wrong, like.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's as far as I know, yeah, it's just Q.
Yeah, Persona Q. I wasn't sure because like apparently X is cross, so that could have been like Noose or something.
Yeah. Persona Q, Shadow of the Labyrinth, or something like that.
Yeah. And it looks cool because I don't know how the other ones worked, but when they showed it off and they made a big deal of this, so I assumed it was new.
Yes.
It's a first-person dungeon crawling RPG. I've never seen something like that before, I don't think, and I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Well, some of the older like PC RPGs were first-person dungeon crawling ones.
This is XGR. We don't validate PC here.
That's true. But yeah, well, it's basically it is a like a I want to say major, like a medium tweak, I don't know, to the Persona formula. So yeah, it's like first person instead of third person, and it's much more like the older RPGs rather than like
nice.
It's basically it's not it's not an exact Persona game. Like, it uses all the characters and stuff, but it's a different battle system and style. It's like it's like a side story or something. They're like trying something new, and it looks pretty cool.
Oh, well, that's probably why it has like
Yeah.
just the letter of Q, so it'll be like what Hyrule did,
Yeah.
where it's like a spin-off using different stuff. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool, and I was interested in it a little bit. But also, it was also worth noting at the end of the Nintendo Direct, if you go on the Wii U and spend £5, it was £4.49, so about maybe $5-6, Rick. The Pikmin shorts are out. Or to translate to Stacy, the Pigman shorts are out.
Fuck off. You're so mean.
I was helping.
You never help.
You don't like Pigmen anymore?
I love Pikmin. And that's different from what you're saying.
I said exactly what you said.
No, you didn't.
Okay. But yeah, the Pigman shorts are out for £4.49, which they look kind of cool.
Yeah. You keep making fun of the way I say it.
And they also apparently put a demo version of Pigman 3.
Yes, they did put a demo of Pigmen 3. And I was like, that's weird. Why didn't they have that demo before the game came out?
I know. Didn't the game come out like a year ago?
My only
Isn't
guess
it
is
a year
it
old
hasn't
thing?
sold as much as they hoped.
Maybe.
And they're like, oh crap, we need to put a demo out so maybe people will buy Pigman 3.
Everyone should buy it. It's fucking amazing.
But was any other ones from the Direct for you, Pew? 'Cause I realised we were taking a load then.
That's okay. I wrote down actually a few that I was really interested in. Like again, Majora's Mask. Also, like the Captain Toad thing looked interesting. And the Kirby and Rainbow Curse for the Wii U. That looks fun because I like Canvas Curse.
Rainbow Airbrush.
Now this might be on the UK one. I don't know if I saw the wrong one or something, but I saw a bunch of dancing cats that for Monster Hunter with a bunch of Mario and Luigi clothes on, and that was adorable.
Yeah, like I said, I thought it was called Rainbow Airbrush.
Oh, here on the one I watched, it was called Rainbow Curse.
Yeah, that's what it says here. I think that's the American name for it.
Huh.
See, totally watch the American one. Haha.
Really?
Anyway.
So tell us all about Fire Emblem.
Fuck off. Anyway.
Oh, okay, so you didn't.
Well, it just didn't include that one, apparently, the video that I watched, because it wasn't an official one. Anyway, also the Splatoon thing looks fucking awesome, and I want to play that with you guys if I can, if it's possible.
Splatoon does look kind of cool. I'll admit I'm not going to buy that because it looks too much like my Plants vs. Zombies. I'm like, I've already got that.
Yeah, but we can play both, and it'd be fun.
We can play the other one, it's still fun.
Okay.
I need to get that.
Yeah, we need to get this so we can play Richter as well.
Zombies now.
I can play it. I did with Marcus.
That's true. But I want my own one too. I want to get that game, so.
Yeah, it's got loads of free costumes. There's extra costume packs on Plants vs. Zombies at the moment, Pew.
Yay! I'll have to check it out.
But I think we mentioned all the big ones.
Yes, I believe so. Well, they did show a couple of indie games, apparently. There's a list here, but I don't recognize any of them.
They
Oh,
also
Citizens
showed
of
off
Earth.
the DLC for Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah.
I love the fact Link's bike is actually called the Master Cycle.
Fuck yeah, Master Cycle. Master this asshole.
I'd been joking when I said it should be called the Master Cycle. When it comes out, it's like the Master Cycle. I'm like, yay! Did you also see what they did with Link in that video?
No.
Whenever he picks up a coin on his hood, it turns into a rupee.
Nice.
Woo! Hopefully above his head with the appropriate rupee sound effect. What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I really see that we haven't covered is that they mentioned the Mario Kart 8 DLC and
And the
November 13th and the
yeah,
indie.
the indie stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I recognize like 2 names on that list. Oh, well, okay, 3. Oh no, never mind. There's more.
I will say I got a little annoyed watching the indie stuff.
Mhm.
I like the indie games, don't get me wrong, some of them could be great, but a load of them nowadays are just doing the exact same format as all the other ones, and
Yeah.
yet claiming that, oh, you should buy our independent stuff because all that the actual main series does is rehash the same concepts and ideas over and over again. Oh, by the way, here's like an 8-bit side scroller, or here's a 12, or here's like a 16-bit shooter. It's like, oh, great, we've seen these 1,000 times. Do something original. Try and make
Yeah.
something unique. It seems like they're all just cashing in on the fad of doing that right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like Minecraft was started as an independent thing, and look what happened. It was creative, it was new, it was independent, and look what happened. I mean, it grew in popularity and it became massive. Is what I meant. But which, yeah, I don't think a game like Retro Ship Shooter 2009's gonna fucking be the next Minecraft.
That was my game. No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rick. I thought you worked on 2008. I'm sorry.
That was the next one. No.
That's the sequel. Yeah. You're like Microsoft. You can't count.
Yeah. Exactly.
It goes 7, 8, 10.
Yeah. Well, it's a sequel, but it's really a prequel. But it takes.
That's what I have to wonder. Is the Xbox One a prequel to the Xbox 360?
Maybe it is.
No, number
they-
wise.
Well, what if the current game industry has taught us anything? This is the reboot, and then so the next 360 is going to be the HD version of itself.
Yes. Well, apparently they are doing an Xbox One Slim.
I can believe that.
I don't think it's going to come out like for Christmas, but
No,
apparently
right.
they had patented a smaller motherboard and smaller chips and stuff for the
nice.
Xbox One, so it stands to reason they're going to make a small, like, what do you call it, like a slim console, but did you want to take us out, Rick?
Yes. So there you go. Some highlights of the Nintendo Direct, and
Nintendo Direct.
also some important bits of news that we saw earlier.
Important bits of news we saw.
I like that. And the games that we played the previous week.
Previous week. I'm Rick, this backup singer.
I know. I want to keep saying stuff just so you can do that.
Nice.
And the guinea pigs in the cage.
Guinea pigs in the cage.
They've chilled now. I don't know why they were so antsy before, but
Even guinea pigs.
the cage. It's funny. The gate, like I put them in the gate, right, and that's like a bit larger surface area for them to run around, and they just can't wait to get out. But as soon as I put them back in the cage, they're like chill, and the cage is smaller, so I don't get it.
Blah blah blah. Cake.
Is it like the roof? Is the and that they like? And if it doesn't have a roof, they just freak out. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yes, they need a roof to confine them because guinea pigs will try and climb. If they see a roof, it can find, it control, it can, what do you call it? It holds them in.
Put a glass ceiling on so they know. Anyway. Anyway, I'd like to thank everyone here today and everyone for joining us for another XGR.
XGR.
We haven't done that in forever. Anyway, so anyway, thank you for joining us. Hope to see you next week with some more video game related stuff. Goodbye.
It's not stopping.